Om Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varishtaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. The conversation about what is spirit, what is God without form, is going on. Ramakrishna is explaining, believe in the form of God. It is only after attaining Brahmajnana that one sees non-duality, the oneness of Brahman and its Shakti. Brahman and Shakti are identical, like fire and its power to burn. When man thinks of fire, he must also think of its power to burn. Again, when he thinks of the power to burn, he must also think of fire. Further, Brahman and Shakti are like milk and its whiteness, water and its wetness. The unmanifest and manifest. The manifest and unmanifest are one and the same. One has become perceivable to senses, conceivable by mind, and discernible by intellect. It is within our range of existence. We have certain instruments through which we perceive this external world: sense organs, mind, and intellect. So, this perception, the absolute existence beyond time and space, is imperceptible to us because we don't have a sense organ or an instrument to perceive that. Mind can conceive certain things, though we do not perceive through senses. For example, in the latest technologies we see, they call it software. Software, none of our five senses can perceive. But the software exists, and if we can conceive it, we can construct it. Yet we can't see, none of the five senses can perceive it. So the mind is another sense organ which is beyond the five senses that perceive this physical world. Mind stands behind all these five senses, receiving this, and also has the independent power to understand things which are not there, that cannot be perceived through the senses. Even language, somebody speaks a language, mind understands it. If I don't know the language, I hear only sound. If I know the language, it is no more a simple sound. It is immediately getting transformed into a meaning. It is taking a meaning and reaching my soul. And inside is the mind which can grasp what is intended through those sounds. Language, it becomes language. Now, mind has that capacity to understand what it means. So, mind can independently work, independent of the five senses also. And then, mind can think, mind can plan, mind can do so many things. Similarly is the intellect, buddhi, manas and buddhi. So, the timeless, spaceless existence, which is Satchidananda, in which the universes, time and space bound universes appear and disappear. There is no time. What is timeless cannot be conceived by mind. Never can the senses perceive it. Timeless and spaceless existence. So this, but it's a conscious entity. Just like I am conscious now. So mind, which is backed by this consciousness, can alone think. Senses which are backed by this consciousness alone can perceive. Suppose I am unconscious, they do not work. Body also doesn't work. Body works as a conscious entity being in touch with the pure consciousness, Chaitanya. Along with the Chaitanya, it appears to be Chaitanya. Pervaded by Chaitanya, it works as Chaitanya independently. It is as if mind itself is consciousness or consciousness to that extent. But mind is backed by consciousness. So consciousness touches, it starts working. Senses start working, body starts working, intellect starts working. Consciousness all put off. So suppose we have a consciousness that can perceive the time and spaceless, timeless, spaceless existence, then we would have known what is Brahman, what is beyond. We would have perceived millions of universes appearing and disappearing time and again in cyclic order in their absolute existence. We don't have that sense, but we grow to that level of perceiving it, experiencing it directly, independent of senses. So we transcend the senses and go, we transcend the mind and go to perceive that, to enter into the transcendental realm. There we see it is unmanifest, here it is manifest. Now suppose when you speak in a mobile phone, this is, I can hear what are you speaking. This is vyakta, this is manifested, sound. Now this mobile converts it into impersonal. Personal is made into impersonal. Vyakta is made into avyakta. Manifested is made into unmanifest. The words that I utter sound gets converted into waves of electromagnetic waves. This small instrument in which I am speaking is converting it. It is making the manifest unmanifest. Unmanifest, immediately it becomes all-pervading. Manifest is limited, unmanifest is unlimited. And it expands and starts moving. Wherever his mobile is there, to that level it is pushed. And then he is that person whom I am bringing up. He has a mobile, and this sound that reaches that cell phone, mobile phone, manifests there again. The transit is through the unmanifest. You can't see, you cannot, you have no access to that, but it is there. But again, when it manifests through the mobile, he can hear. This is manifest sound, the cell phone is converting into unmanifest. It is traveling as an unmanifest because it is all pervading, and it is getting converted again into manifest in his cell phone. So manifest and unmanifest. So manifest is perceivable, and the unmanifest can manifest. This is the most important thing of essence of Hinduism, the manifest and unmanifest, the microcosm, macrocosm, and the beyond, the individual existence, cosmic existence, and the beyond. So the beyond is unmanifest. So manifest and unmanifest. The unmanifest can manifest independently because it is a conscious entity. Satchidananda Sagara, Sat Chit Ananda. Chit is there, consciousness is there. Sat, it exists. It is conscious. It is full of bliss, ananda. There is no dukkha. There is no bandhana in the transcendental realm. You are free in every respect. So, total freedom is possible when you transcend the nature. So, this aspect of manifest is called Shakti and unmanifest is called Chaitanya. Chaitanya, Chit Shakti. The manifest, we are able to perceive the same thing. Now the sound that I am making, the same sound is going there as unmanifest. From one cell phone, when it goes to the another cell phone, it has manifest has become unmanifest. How it is traveling, you see. Now, manifest, unmanifest. Now, unmanifest is imperceptible. We can't see. We cannot know. In how it is exactly going also we can't see. We can hear at least this, what is person speaking. There, what is mic speaker speaking in the cell phone, we can hear. In between travel, we can't. We have no senses to perceive. But this is there because it's unmanifest, which is going to manifest there in another cell phone. So it is unmanifest. Unmanifest cannot be perceived. Manifest can be perceived. Because the conscious entity, Sat Chit, Chit understands what I need. My prayers, my longing, all this it understands. The moment it understands, it manifests. Unmanifest become Nama, Rupa, Guna, some way that you can perceive. This is form of God. So this form is taken according to your bhavanas. It doesn't take according to its own. Now in computer science, the artificial intelligence has entered a new dimension we have entered. There, a robo or anything, your bhavanas, feelings, it catches, and from the signs of your face, your beaming face, your expectation face, all it recognizes. Like a child understanding mother, it understands. Oh, mother is angry now. It understands. Like that, the God understands, because it's a conscious entity. God understands the feeling of the jiva, feeling of the devotee. So whatever it needs, it fulfills. Now I want to see God in the form of Rama. The same Chaitanya is manifesting for me, my sake, as Rama. For somebody may be wanting to see him as Krishna. So he manifests because his bhavanas are like that, he manifests as Krishna. The manifested Krishna and the unmanifest are same. So all forms, root is the unmanifest Chaitanya, Shuddha Chaitanya. The Shuddha Chaitanya is manifesting, that is Shakti, that is Rupa. When man thinks of fire, and fire is Shakti. But there is a stage beyond even Brahma Jnana. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, after Jnana comes Vijnana. He who is aware of knowledge is also aware of ignorance. The sage Vasishtha was stricken with grief at the death of his 100 sons. Asked by Lakshmana why a man of knowledge should grieve for such a reason, Rama said, brother, go beyond both knowledge and ignorance. He who has knowledge has ignorance also. If a thorn has entered your foot, get another thorn and with the help of it take out the first, then throw away the second also. M. Should one throw away both knowledge and ignorance? Master, yes. That is why one should acquire Vijnana. You see, he who is aware of light is also aware of darkness. He who is aware of happiness is also aware of suffering. He who is aware of virtue is also aware of vice. He who is aware of good is also aware of evil. He who is aware of holiness is also aware of unholiness. He who is aware of I also is aware of you. The opposites. If you are aware of one, you are aware of other. Suppose I am able to recognize defects in others, though defects may not be there in me, because I know what is defectlessness. So we know that what is defectlessness, we can understand what is with defects. If you know what is sweet, all else what is not sweet can be known. Oh, this is nothing is sweet. When somebody says a particular thing is not sweet, we immediately understand what it means, because we know what is sweet. According to one school of thought, God cannot be seen. He who sees whom? He is God outside you, that you can see Him. One sees only oneself. Having once entered the black waters of the ocean, the ship does not come back, and so cannot describe what it experiences. See, the experiences we hardly understand. We can't. What I experience, whether in dream or waking state, when I see a certain thing, cannot be expressed through words, cannot be conveyed by any other means. Even the same situation presented may not give the same effect and same feelings what I get. For that, absolute oneness must be there of the same experiences the two have undergone, lives after lives together. Then it is possible. But we split and go away. No two souls move together in this world, anytime, anywhere. Since it's coming into the universe, till it reaches back, it is just a momentary meeting and parting, momentary meeting and parting. They can never move together because of the vast differences in experiences. It is true, sir. As you say, having climbed to the top of the mountain, one becomes aware of what is below: horses, carriages, men and women, houses, shops, and offices, and so on. Master, I do not go to the Kali temple nowadays. Is that an offense? At one time, Narendra used to say, what he still sees, what he still goes to the Kali temple. Every day, M is telling, every day you are in the new state of mind. How can you ever offend God? Master, someone said to Sain about Hriday, he is very ill. Please bring 2 pieces of cloth and a couple of Master is telling, someone said to Sain about Hriday, he is very ill. Please bring 2 pieces of cloth and a couple of shirts for him. We will send them to his village. Sain offered only 2 rupees. How do you explain that? He has so much of money and yet he is so miserly. What do you say to that? M. Those who seek God cannot behave that way. I mean, those whose goal is attainment of knowledge. God alone is reality, all else is unreal. Now, we'll go back a little. According to one school of thought, God cannot be seen. You can't see God. Who sees whom? Is God outside you that you can see Him? One sees only oneself. Having once entered the black waters of ocean, the ship does not come back and cannot describe what it experiences. Sri Ramakrishna is telling this. One cannot see God. The whole thing is one reality. There is no duality. Seeing is possible where there is duality. It is non-dual. All have dissolved. The world, that nothing exists. Just like in your deep sleep, you are in deep sleep. I had a deep sleep. When you wake up and say, when you are in deep sleep, who was there as a witness? Who witnessed it? I had a nice sleep is an experience after waking up. What you experienced in deep sleep is always unknown because there was no duality. The seer and seen were not there. Therefore, you will never know what it means, what is there. Nothing can be known, nothing can be said. Because two are not there, it is not an object. God is its own subject, subject-object relationship. So if there are two, you can know. Otherwise you are, I am. Only one experience, I am. That doesn't come into picture at all. Duality doesn't come into picture. And I am, that I is everything. It is infinite, eternal existence, that I. It pervades the entire universe, all things, without participating, nor their presence do affect this person or anything. Then he says, I do not go to the Kali temple nowadays. Is it an offense? At one time Narendra used to say, what, he still goes to the Kali temple. Every day you are in a new state of mind. How can you ever offend God? I do not go nowadays to Kali temple. Sri Ramakrishna is telling, is it an offense? How the understanding dawns, you see. Actually there are no, as the duality goes on dissolving, there is awareness changes. of I am there with God and God is there with me. Yet when we see the form of God, we will understand, oh, it needs everything. All the, just like I am, God is there, and it is also a conscious entity, and I have to act in the same way. When I know God is a conscious entity, He listens to my prayer. He brings the fruit of my prayer, whatever I ask for. So that capability, participation, concern, giving, all this is one part. And the awarenesses that we develop is another part. Now it is it an offense? This feeling is there, you see. At one time, Narendra used to say, what? He still goes to the temple, Kali temple. Means just like a college student, as if he's going to and sitting in the nursery school or primary school. Oh, he still goes to the primary school, we say. He's grown up so much. I see him in the college studying. He's there. He still goes to the nursery school, primary school life. Sri Ramakrishna still goes to the Kali temple. Then the topic changes. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.